My next guest is Cuys Sheffield, the head of crypto at Visa, which has been featured in the news lately for their work in the crypto community. Welcome to the show, Cuy.
Great to be here, Isaac.
Oh yeah, glad to have you. So let's talk. So first, how were you introduced to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? What was sort of the light bulb moment for you?
Oh man. So I think it kind of started with, in college, I was a sociology major, which I really explained as like, it's the study of the obvious, trying to explain the way that the world is today. And, in about probably 2017, when I started learning about Bitcoin, it really stood out that this is the sociology of money. I realized that, I didn't understand what money was. And so to try and understand what Bitcoin is, you had to try and understand what money was. So I thought that that was absolutely fascinating, that everyone cares about money. They want to know, they need money, they use money. Bitcoin is kind of this area that makes you obsessed with just the concept of what money is. And so that was really the light bulb.
Oh yeah, and I know a lot of people, once they figure that out, they change their way of thinking, go down that rabbit hole. I'm definitely one of those people. I'm sure you are as well. But who are some of the people who helped that journey, who kind of pushed you along or sort of influenced you to stay in the Bitcoin and crypto space?
So I think I was really fortunate that, I had a number of friends that we kind of all went down the rabbit hole together. And I think it was something that, it's really hard and intimidating by yourself. If you don't have anyone to ask questions to, you could just get lost of where to go, what to believe, what not to believe. So I was living in a house in San Francisco with 3 good friends, and we were all kind of learning about crypto together and then sharing kind of what we learned and helping each other. And so, they've all kind of gone on to work in the industry in some way. And it's been awesome kind of having a group to learn together.
Oh yeah, gotta have a tribe, and it's better in groups. And that is the theme for our show, discussing HBCU blockchain groups and fintech groups. So being the head of crypto at Visa, having the good news about helping the Black community, what would you like to see to help foster the growth of these groups at historically Black colleges and universities around the country?
Yeah, I think education is key, and to kind of, find ways to appeal to people who have a number of different interests and just haven't been exposed to crypto before. And so I think kind of first, making sure people are aware that there are a lot of ways that you can participate and get involved, even if you're not an engineer. There are opportunities around marketing, there are opportunities around business development. And so I think with HBCUs, I'd love to personally figure out, what can we do as an industry to make sure that, we're providing resources and access to understand all of the opportunities that crypto brings and ways that Black communities can be able to both participate in owning crypto as well as participate in the crypto industry.
Oh yeah, education's first, brother. I believe that. And, one of the things that can help foster that along, we talk about corporate sponsorship. Do you think that will pick up as more blockchain groups are created and sort of create a pipeline to these companies?
Yeah, I think there have to be resources and kind of, but it's more important than just money. It's how can you make sure that there are mentors, that there are people that are in the industry that are spending their time and that they're helping people that are interested in breaking into crypto with what are the paths to get there. And so I'm spending my time personally looking at how can we build communities to introduce Black people into different opportunities in the crypto industry, as well as connect Black people already in the crypto industry. So we spent a lot of time around how to build these networks and then start to support them.
Oh yeah, love it. And you just mentioned you don't have to be an engineer. You can be an entrepreneur, you could be an artist. And speaking of art, I wanted you to delve into a little bit of the possibility of NFTs being a big part of these blockchain groups and the crypto community as a whole. What do you think about NFTs in the Black community?
I think NFTs are absolutely amazing. And so the way I like to explain it is like, crypto started as really a new asset and a new form of money in Bitcoin. And now it's been evolving to create the ability to create new assets that weren't assets before. And so, digital art was very hard to collect. It was very hard to be able to sell. Now you have, talented artists that can tokenize their art and reach a global collector base. And so, I think, Black creators, create global internet culture. And now NFTs are a way that they can monetize them. So I've been really excited personally as a collector to get to meet and collect work from amazing Black artists. And we're seeing a movement develop where, it's not just there happens to be kind of one or two. There is a Black crypto art movement building on top of these new technologies like non-fungible tokens.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And again, all of these markets that are available, I mean, you can't deny the fact that this will be here in the future. I mean, I think we both agree none of this stuff is going away. It'll only be built on. So we have to develop the younger generation. So one of the things I wanted to talk about was recently Visa was in the news for their work on the neobank, which focused on getting crypto in the Black community. And I wanted to ask, what are some of the tools that they are providing to help in the community?
Yeah, so the partnership with First Boulevard was really came about, when we got to know, Donald Hawkins, the amazing, founder and CEO behind it. And, when First Boulevard came to Visa, they weren't just looking at Visa, how can you help us issue a card? He really asked us, how can you help us build wealth for Black America? And being kind of an entire financial platform, they felt that Bitcoin was an important asset to make available and accessible to Black communities. And so what we did is worked with Donald to figure out how can we come up with a new product and service for First Boulevard to be able to get access to Bitcoin through a set of Visa APIs. And so, we're helping them connect into custodians and exchanges like Anchorage to be able to make Bitcoin available. And then we're also partnering around financial education. So we don't think that you could just put a new asset class in front of someone without explaining what it is and why you should care about it, how it fits into a broader portfolio. So we're really excited to work together to try and explain crypto and use crypto to also explain other financial concepts that we think could be a gateway to financial literacy.
Oh, yeah. And I love it. Like you said, the gateway to financial literacy is education. We keep going back to that. And again, at the college level, that is very important. So I did want to say or ask, can you see a future where Visa may support some of these HBCU blockchain groups going forward, either with education, with funding, or with resources?
Absolutely. I mean, it's a personal priority for me to figure out how can we make sure that we are embedding diversity and inclusion into our products, into our team, and into the company. And I think that being able to partner with organizations across HBCUs is a fantastic way to do that. So I'm excited to find ways that we can support and highly encourage other companies across the crypto industry to really look at a lot of the talent coming out of HBCUs that is passionate and interested in working in crypto and create bridges and paths to help them get there.
Oh, yeah. I love it. And if we're going to build the future, it has to be diverse. And speaking of the future, I want to throw a fun question out there for you, Kai. The year is 2030, all right? So 2030 may have flying cars, maybe on Mars, but what is your vision of crypto specifically, and how will Visa be involved?
I think in crypto time, 10 years is, you just can't even comprehend.
It's like 30, right?
I think in general, we're seeing this convergence where the lines between fintech, banking, and crypto are all starting to blur. We're seeing crypto companies that kind of started as just exchanges to buy and sell crypto are now looking to come out with payment products. They're looking to issue debit cards. And then on the other side, we're seeing banks and financial institutions that have been providing payment products start to look into supporting crypto within their platforms. And so we see Visa's role as the bridge. Visa's been around for 60 years. We were kind of built on the foundation of the electronic movement of money. And now that we see kind of new forms of money and ways that money is evolving with crypto, we think it's really important that our products and solutions can evolve with it, and that we can help both new clients plug into the existing payments ecosystem and help our existing clients kind of plug into the new crypto ecosystem. So we're really excited about the opportunity for Visa to be the bridge between both.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, glad to hear that, Kai. And again, like I said before, in the future, we don't know what the future holds. We do know crypto will be here, NFTs. But one last question for you, Kai, before you get out of here. How much Bitcoin do you own?
So I can't speak to personal holdings. I think I've encouraged people for a long time to kind of first invest in learning and take the first step of try and understand what Bitcoin is and use these products. And I think what's interesting about Bitcoin is it's incredibly accessible. That you can buy $5 of Bitcoin and be able to experience kind of how do you hold Bitcoin, how do you transfer Bitcoin. And I think that the more that people kind of get comfortable with small amounts in learning, that there are a lot of other opportunities that it leads to from
Oh yeah, absolutely. See, that was a trick question, people. I just wanted to make sure people realize in this space, never tell people how much Bitcoin you have. But yeah, public or private, you never want to let it go. But just a fun question there, and I guess I can finish up here. Again, you stated the education portion. What types of things are you looking forward to for Visa to be involved in as far as education or with startups in the tech world? What are you looking forward to?
So I think on the startup side, what we've tried to do is create easier ways for startups to engage directly with Visa. And so we have the Fintech Fast Track program where startups can apply and be able to work directly with the contact at Visa to walk them through how do you issue a card. And I think that for many crypto companies, that was kind of a mystery of like, does Visa want to work with me? What's the path? Who do I have to work with? And so we're trying to do a lot around creating programs to make it easier. And then at the same time, I think creating more education and tools for our clients to be able to explain crypto to their consumers. And I think every bank in the world, they have consumers that are interested in crypto. And so it's important that banks can have tools both to provide access to crypto and provide education around crypto. So we're really focused on providing
that. Absolutely. And I thank you for bringing that up. The Fintech Fast Track. And again, I want to thank you, Kai Sheffield, the head of crypto at Visa. Thank you for coming on to the show, brother.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me.